All right, in this video, I thought I'd take you behind the scenes for a moment to talk about a message I delivered to my agents at Redline when we came back to session in September. Every time I bring back the agents to a session, whether it's after summer, after the Christmas and New Year's break, maybe sometimes after, as we get after Q1, I always want to kind of reset everybody that's in the room. I want to reset them so they're available and ready to take on the next challenge. And this is what I presented to them just the other day, a few weeks back, and it has resonated incredibly well. And I've been in subsequent masterminds and meetings. And for some reason, this thread, this theme of learning and mindset has kind of permeated a lot of the leadership out there in the industry. And I think you need to hear it. What I challenged everybody in that room was, this was September 3rd. We had a 4-month window to get to the end of the year. As we know, this is important to crush our goals and finish strong, but also we know within this quarter, you're also going to be setting the stage for next year. So the conversation was about setting intention to walk with purpose. Walking with purpose might sound a little bit airy-fairy. It might sound that, hey, I get it, but I want to unpack this a little deeper because every year I read a couple new books, and every year I reread more than I read new, because every year that I've picked some strategic book for some strategic skill set, I'm at a place in my business to hear it, take action. But then as I unpack my life, you usually come back and you find new angles to use old things. And I went down the path of using Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. And he speaks about this concept of a definiteness, and I don't even know how to say that, definiteness of purpose is a key theme for his book. It's a key theme for a second book that I use, which is Outwitting the Devil. Now, why is this important? It's because humans, by default, we are indecision makers. We want to sit on the fence. We want to wait it out. We want to read but not do. We want to hear something new and shiny but not take action because something new seems more specific. Think about this. Online lead generators, for example, in the real estate business. They get a lead, they get excited, they jump at it, they make a phone call, and then that's about it. A new lead comes in. All right, I'm excited. I shoot a text or I drop a voicemail. I get excited. And you just keep waiting and waiting for that new thing. But you don't go back to that lead that came in. You don't put them on a nurture plan. You don't try a text. You don't try a secondary way to reach out. You don't try 8, 9, 10, 12 times that we know in this industry is required. And it's because we're always looking for something new. And indecision is the thing that I'm trying to stop in all of my realtors' businesses that I have a chance to coach. So I figured on this little video, which I'll probably use as well as a podcast because I want you to hear it. So I wanted to kind of maybe open your mind to what this looks like in practice. If we are running in a world of indecision, there's another word. There's another word that Napoleon Hill uses that I don't know if you've used, and it's called drifting, right? The analogy of a car kind of sliding, just like the picture is, right? Around, it's kind of cool. You see this in Fast and the Furious, and they're drifting around the corner. The backside is shifting. A drifter, in the words of Napoleon Hill, is somebody who has kind of got no definiteness of purpose. They're not marching with purpose. They are drifting through life. And he would suggest, actually, that 98% of us on the planet are in this drifting mode most of the time. That there's only about 2% of the people out here that do walk with purpose, that do have this dialed in, and they're the ones operating at level 10, maxing out their opportunities and so on. So I wanted to give you some thoughts. What are some signs of drifting, you guys? Well, drifting means oftentimes because you're lacking a little bit of confidence in your business, maybe in your life. When you find yourself not very creative and you're kind of just going through the motions and there's nothing that's kind of grabbing you, you generally get into this easy trap because you don't have that definiteness of purpose that whenever a dollar comes in, you spend it all. You find a way to not look long term. What are some other ones? Lack of enthusiasm. You're kind of, again, drifting, floating without direction. You don't have a lot of an initiative as a result. And oftentimes you find whenever you're in this kind of drift mode and not taking action, you end up honestly changing your mood. You might not have the emotional control that you used to when the purpose was set and you knew what to do. You get irritable. It's a mirror of what's going on in your head. And I know that's a little bit scary for a lot of us. The opinions that you share, but you don't really have knowledge. You're kind of just, again, playing on the surface and not going deep and learning and improving because you're a master of all, jack of all trades, but you're a master of none. And this person, because again, of that emotional constraint that you have, that lack of emotion, that mirror of who you are, that as you're looking at yourself, and and you're looking yourself at this mirror and your eyes are glaring, it's bouncing right back at you. And you're realizing in the dark shadows of your mind that you're not acting with purpose. What are some other ones? Narrow-minded, expect a whole bunch. You're not really giving a little because of everything else we talked about. You begin a lot of things, but you don't finish, right? These are all signs of drifters, right? Never reach decisions. You reverse on things quickly. You try the next thing because somebody posted another post and you might as well try that out. You become criticism of others because you see their successes, and again, that mirror image of yourself flipping back to you, knowing that you're not walking with purpose, starts to create that ill-tempered. And you talk behind backs, you confront them in the issues. You work harder to fight something than get ahead. These are all things that I wanted you to be aware of. I asked them to walk with purpose with me for these 4 months because I have a very definite plan for them. And I wanted them to soul search just a minute. I wanted them to look inside and consider, are they drifting right now, and what part of that needs to change? So what is the cure? The cure for drifting, friends, is to be one with purpose, to control our thoughts, to control the step forward, to not drift and go through those 15 or 16 other things. And I thought I would share, right? What is the first sign? What is one of the first signs that somebody is walking with purpose versus that person I shared with before, right? They are engaged in something concrete, definite, planned out, organized. Whether it's their calendar, their life, their business plan, their workout schedules, their eating regime, right? These people, they are dialed in. They've got an engaged plan, and all they're doing is marking from point A to B to C to D to E. And this is the life they are journeying. It's a lot different than the person that's kind of like wobbly. Almost picture a drunk person trying to walk along that line that somebody, when a cop pulled you over. And this is how they're going. And this is not somebody walking with definiteness of purpose. So you would notice a few things, and you've had these moments in your world. You'll notice it for others who are walking with purpose. You're going to notice it in their tone, in their voice. You're going to see a little pep in their step. You're going to see it in their eyes. There's something different between this person and this person. And whenever you felt these things or notice that, you know that person right now has kind of let go of the drift and they are on purpose. What about some other things? They are acting quick. They make a decision and off before you know it, they've already done, right? You've been that person before, and I want you to be it again. The pace of their decision speeds up, and because of this, they're magnetic, right? People, you gravitate to them, and this is the type of person, right? Or they're offering favors. They don't even ask for anything in return, right? They're out front in the trenches building. You can see them on their knees falling forward, not just sitting back doing nothing, right? When they don't know, they admit it. They get out and they go find the answers. And before you know it, they're actually getting successes. This is the person that is walking with purpose. This is the person I want you to be, just like I'm challenging my entire Redline Mega team to do. They're not passing the buck. They're not blaming things. I heard it even this morning. Someone was talking about door knocking. They live in Arizona. Arizona, of course, in May to September, it's crazy hot. Well, the first reaction to somebody out door knocking was, well, I can't do this May to September. That's blaming the process. Well, then from May to September, the plan is different. Walking with purpose, understanding the surroundings, and walking a definite plan. They're go-getters and they're go-givers. They go hard, they give even more, it seems. And you're wondering, how can they do it all? It's because they're walking in purpose. They're walking in step. These people are just purely inspirational to be around. This is what that means. This is that boy smiling or girl, just back together, great posture, and off they go. So the reason to give you this message is I do believe at this time of the year we need this. I do believe right now, guys, if we are walking with purpose at this point in the year, you're going to set the stage for an incredible Q4, which also sets us in that pre-stage environment to prepare. So 2025's business plan becomes just a tweak on what's working, and the plan is already set. So then the pressure's off, and you can go, which is what I'm using. I'm using this term right now where I'm trying to create this definiteness of purpose in the people I have a chance to coach, so that I'm saying I'm going to raise the red line sea level. I want you to raise the own sea level in your world. I want your execution to go up. I want your improvements. I want your results. I want the rewards to grow. But this can only happen if we're walking in purpose. This is the reason for this video, both here on YouTube, which is maybe contrary to some of the videos and the very tactical things I put out, as well as why I've put it here on the Re-Education Experience podcast, because whether you're listening to this in a car, on your workout, I want you to consume this message, click it on repeat, and go find those things that you're doing that is causing you to drift and get rid of them. Find the purpose and start walking with that definite plan so that you can be this person once again. And we want to put this person to bed for life. Thank you for listening.